when we first started playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Couch Gaming, Episode 1 with Ledge, we talked about how the fact that I pointed out that I wanted a Star Wars universe that felt alive. That I was hoping that Star Wars Jedi Survivor would have moments when we're on different planets where it feels alive. It doesn't just feel like, okay, we walk here and there's a dude standing here and we go talk to him. There's a dude over there standing there. We walk out of a pub and look. This is what I imagine. People moving around, people having discussions, everyday people working. This guy fucking petting his big, I don't even know what the fuck that is over there.
A quartz.
This is the feeling that I was hoping we would get from the sequel, Fallen Order, and we didn't. So this is refreshing because this is what I'm hoping for from the Star Wars universe. Star Wars Outlaws. We have reacted to on the live stream for the members only. We went over the trailer. We said, looks cool, but trailers, cinematic trailers, are just lies. Need gameplay. So that's what we're going to do now. Developer gameplay walkthrough. That's what I want. And one thing I will add before we start this, man, nobody was expecting this. I don't think anyone was expecting this. When I heard the news that this came out and they're dropping footage about this stuff, just getting Star Wars Jedi Survivor a month ago, it's incredible. And from what we've seen from the cinematic trailer, although we know that's a lie, got to see gameplay, looks fantastic. But I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday and saw like 3 seconds of gameplay. I was like, oh, got to save that for the stream and for the video. And it looked really nice. So let's see.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Outlaws official gameplay walkthrough breakdown. I'm Chastity Vicencio with Ubisoft News, and I'm joined by Narrative Director Navid Khavari, Creative Director Julian Gerighty, and Game Director Mathias Karlson, who are going to give us more information about what we saw in the gameplay walkthrough.
Here we go. And this is our first ever introduction to Nyx.
Nyx is a Merkal, a rare and exotic creature whose home
My sister-in-law's dog was named Nyx.
remains a mystery. He's got a very curious personality, as you can see here. He can be a bit stubborn, but he has an incredibly strong bond with Kay and always follows her lead. She's grown up with Nyx for most of her life. He's not just a pet, he's family.
Good boy.
And here we have Kay. First introduction to a brand new scoundrel in this galaxy.
Kay is a young thief who's found herself on the moon of Tashara, which is a hive of underworld activity. She's picked up a high-risk job to steal a priceless, sort of mollusk-like object from a lieutenant of the Pike Syndicate.
Why are they choosing to show it to us in a cropped frame? Anybody else wondering this? What are they hiding? Why wouldn't they just show it? Interesting. Very
Once
interesting.
she's grabbed it with the help of Nyx, she's going to turn it in and earn some much-needed credits.
So Pikes are one of the syndicates that we'll be tangling with in Star Wars Outlaws. And the Pikes here are borrowing without permission some vehicles from the Empire and the Rebels and different people and cutting them up.
Nyx. Hit that button.
Nyx is more than just a lovable and fierce companion. Nyx is a whole bag of tricks in and of himself. You saw.
See the way that she guided Nyx as to what to do? I wish we could do that with BD in the Star Wars Jedi series. Maybe in the next one.
Push that button from a distance. He can distract guards. He can attack on command. He can help you with puzzles. He can help you discover secrets as well. He is very much conceived as a symbiotic part of the player's control over Kay and Nyx. So we're really thinking of them together as a whole.
I was just leaving.
So when we meet Kay in the beginning of the game, she knows her way around the black.
Gameplay wise, like the shooting mechanic, getting super Battlefront 2 vibes.
It's not necessarily her first option or primary tool to solve a problem or a situation. However, as we progress through the game and its many ever more dangerous situations, both Kay and the blaster itself will evolve and improve. And you will soon find it to be a central and very versatile tool for more than just directly taking out enemies.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
And Kay's blaster is very meaningful to her. This blaster has a lot of modules that you can discover, upgrade, and apply to the blaster that allow you to deal with situations in radically different ways.
Hey, Nick!
So here I think we have a very good example of the type of role Nyx can play, even in something like a full-on firefight, where that enemy that we took down dropped the gun that he was just about to shoot you.
Come
Nyx can
on, whoever's
slow
playing the
down,
game, bro. Let's
retrieve
go.
that
Hit your
weapon for you.
shots. Nice. What are you shooting at?
Eric!
Sometimes best solution is just to get out of there. So
Ooh.
ever since we kicked off this project in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, one of the things that they were passionate about, of course, is authenticity. One of the things we were passionate about is bringing something to the galaxy of Star Wars. And one of the biggest things was this moon, Toshara. And Toshara, we developed, working very closely with Lucasfilm, everything from its vegetation to the wildlife to its deep, rich culture, and all of the activities that we can discover during this trailer, and even more.
Oh, these guys don't quit!
One of the key pillars for both Kay the character and for the core gameplay in general in Star Wars Outlaws is what we call a resourceful underdog. Kay is a capable and daring person. And we reflect that in gameplay with you having access to a wide range of actions and abilities, ever growing, of course, as you play through the game, ranging from stealth to full-on firefights. So as we saw here, shooting from, driving your speeder full speed ahead under fire from enemies. We said if we can make the player think like, "Huh, I can't believe I made it," when they just play through something, it's a success.
Forgive me.
Kay's reputation with the syndicates will play a big role in how she approaches her journey, whether it's the Pikes, Hutts, or others. We had a saying that in the underworld, you live and die by your reputation. As if a job she takes hurts a syndicate, those opportunities aren't available. So her choices play into how she experiences her journey.
There's Jonta's Hope.
This is Jonta's Hope. Jonta's Hope is one of the settlements that we have in the game. So this is a tiny outcrop, an oasis of civilization in these windswept plains. And it usually contains a drinking hole, a cantina, and these are hubs of activity too. So we very much enjoyed developing how it would look and feel and what sort of vibe that cantina would have.
Why are you cropping this? I'm so confused.
But this is just one of many settlements and cities that Kay will discover across the galaxy. And that includes the capital of Miragana, a city on Toshara filled with corruption and underworld activity.
No.
Okay.
ND5 is a BX commando built by the Separatists and battle-hardened during the Clone Wars. Nowadays, though, he serves as kind of an enforcer droid in the underworld. He's partnered with Kay as they attempt to pull off a big, high-risk job. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
So various jobs and favors for the different characters and factions you encounter. They play an important role in everything from learning new things, actually unlocking equipment and abilities, to managing your precious reputation in the underworld, which is the key to some of the most lucrative opportunities out there. Important note though, something that's key to the fantasy of the free scoundrel lifestyle is that you're never in servitude of anyone. You're making your own choices, carving your own path through this world, making a name for yourself.
Job was more complicated than you said, Dunka.
You lived.
Who she works for, whether it's with syndicates or otherwise, is crucial to creating a reputation for herself. And then how she approaches those syndicates through those choices is going to be key to gaining bigger and better rewards, whether it's
Graphically speaking, just alone in the cutscenes, already looks better than Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So that has to mean that they've been working on it longer. I assume.
for credits or priceless artifacts. So nothing in the underworld is black and white, and we wanted to reflect
But also, this is Ubisoft, right? Star Wars Jedi Survivor was EA.
that in the choices she makes when taking on jobs. This is one example of many. Does she just hand over what was stolen, keep a cut for herself, lie about how the job went down or the intel she learned? It's really left up to her.
In these scenes where we're going to give a choice to the player. And these choices, there is no wrong answer. There's just ways to weave your own story, ways to change, challenge, increase your reputation with certain factions and syndicates, decrease it, gain an advantage or a different perspective on the story too. So we put a lot of effort in giving the player agency over their own trajectory.
I love the UI. Like, I love all this
So the game takes place
graphics
in
and
the original trilogy era. So the Empire is at the height of its power and reach.
all of
So
the
they're
little
always
illustrations, the
there, somewhere in the
colors.
background,
Nice, man.
watchful.
But as you can see here, we want to show a different side to the Empire and how it intersects with the underworld, and that means corruption. Particularly on Tashara, even though it's Imperial run, the local governors and officers lean into corruption and have worked out special arrangements with the syndicates that benefit them.
So this is the wanted system, and the wanted system is something.
So
So this
when
is the
we
wanted system.
when we first started playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor Couch Gaming Episode 1 with Ledge, we talked about how the fact that I pointed out that I wanted a Star Wars universe that felt alive. That I was hoping that Star Wars Jedi Survivor would have moments when we're on different planets where it feels alive. It doesn't just feel like, okay, we walk here and there's a dude standing here and we go talk to him. There's a dude over there standing there. We walk out of a pub and look.
System. And
This
the
is
wanted
what I
system,
imagine. People
is
moving
something that's
around,
gonna
people
be
having
ever present
discussions,
within the game.
everyday people working. This guy fucking petting his big, I don't even know what the fuck that is over there.
A quartz.
This is the feeling that I was hoping we would get from the sequel, Fallen Order, and we didn't. So this is refreshing because this is what I'm hoping for from the Star Wars universe.
Challenge the Empire. You're going to start to get wanted. And if you continue, you persist, and you do even more actions, that wanted levels
Other people
just
landing, it just feels
at the
alive.
highest levels, the Empire will throw
Wow,
a huge
that's
amount of
sick.
resistance and
All of this
forces.
looks beautiful, man.
So that's something that you can play around with, but you're best off trying to avoid as much as possible.
This could be
Very
a big
important for us in
game.
This experience is that there will always be some way for you to de-escalate.
Wow,
Oh,
wow,
this
wow,
is, the Trailblazer.
wow.
Now, if there's one dream that a lot of game developers have, it's to help design a spaceship for Star Wars. And this is our take on that, the Trailblazer.
The Trailblazer is an EML 850 light freighter from the Republic era, but to Kay, this is home. And if you're a scoundrel traveling throughout the galaxy, the first thing you need is a ship. And for Kay, there's none better than the Trailblazer.
So now we're in space.
Wow.
And, you know, one of
Wow. And in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I know I've been referencing it 1,000 times. It's just the game came out a month ago, and it's the only other Star Wars game in recent memory. When in the beginning of the game, first 2 hours, when Cal finally gets into the Mantis and into the cockpit, I'm like, oh my God, I fucking hope that he starts flying this ship and we can fly our ship, because that just seems like the natural evolution of the game if they were to continue increasing the options and abilities that you have. And we didn't get it, and it was disappointing. Yes, they did add a bunch of other things, but it was very little things. Why couldn't we get this in Survivor? But I am very happy that we're just getting it in general. This is awesome.
What is very precious to us is having this seamless experience of going on foot to your speeder, to your spaceship, out of the atmosphere and into space. And space is a dangerous place, but it's a place full of opportunities too. So we'll be using it for combat, both on an intimate dogfighting level, an epic level with bigger ships, but also for discovery, exploration, and special surprises.
Let's jump.
Wow.
It's important to hit those classic, iconic notes of Star Wars to remind
Wow.
players of the era that they're playing in, and the fact that the galaxy is something that is wide, diverse, but iconic at the
Look
same
at the
time.
font they're
One of
using,
the
man.
things
That's
that is
beautiful.
important for us is that every
Reminds
planet
me
that
of
you will
the font reminds me of Solo, the movie, right?
One of the things that is important for us is that every planet that you will visit in this adventure has a distinct profile, not just a very bespoke story, but also wildlife, an ecosystem, and situations that really radically change from location to location. And space is just another part of that. So we're trying to develop distinct profiles for every single orbital region.
Damn, look at me straight into my soul.
We knew from the start when we sat down thinking about this game that we wanted to offer that full seamless experience. You know, sitting in a cantina, in a city on a planet surface, jumping on your own speeder, driving to your own ship, and as we just saw, seamlessly flying into space is something that we are incredibly pleased and happy and excited that we're able to actually offer.
We really enjoyed making this, and we can't
Wow.
wait for you to experience.
Wow,
the new
that
Star
looks
Wars
beautiful.
adventure.
I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah. I love that logo. Ooh. Are we gonna get one of the best Star Wars games in the last 2 decades or so? Wow. Love the addition of getting in your ship and getting out of the atmosphere into space and being able to activate hyperdrive. EA's graphics don't come close to Ubisoft's graphics in general. Yeah. Wow, guys. This got me pretty fucking excited, low key. Oh man. Just spending so many hours already in Star Wars Jedi Survivor to now experiencing this. It's just wow, man. I am so incredibly excited. Can't wait to talk about it more. Make sure you guys let me know what you think about this